One of the most fascinating clubs in the Premier League this season has been Sean Dyche's Everton side. They don't play exciting, attacking football like Liverpool or Tottenham, but instead rely on defensive solidity and quick counter-attacks to grind out results. In a sense, they're actually quite dull to watch. But what's intriguing about them is that Dyche's defensive tactics are working, and he's slowly but surely steering the club away from relegation. What's more, at the heart of Dyche's Everton midfield is a young player called James Garner, and in many ways he's quickly become one of the most impressive players in the Premier League this season. Garner joined Everton from Man United in 2022, but only really became a regular for the club at the start of this season, when Dyche started the young player on the right flank in the place of the injured Jack Harrison. Following Harrison's return, Garner moved into central midfield, and from there he's formed a pretty formidable partnership alongside Amadou Onana in the middle of the pitch. Indeed, when we look at Everton's strengths this season and how they've managed to keep relegation at arm's length, we can see that they've undoubtedly relied on the impressive defensive work. Not only did Dyche's side have the fourth best goals conceded record in the Premier League so far this season, but they've also amassed the fourth smallest XG against from open play, behind only title challengers Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City. This is most likely due to Dyche's side sitting second in the league for total tackles and third for total interceptions. But perhaps most notably, when it comes to tackles made in the middle third of the pitch, Everton are third behind only Liverpool and Bournemouth. This is clearly where Garner comes in. So far this season, the 22-year-old talent has made 103 tackles and interceptions in the Premier League, with only 3 other midfielders across the entire league managing more than him to date. Crucially, he's top of Everton's chart in these metrics, and has amassed almost twice as many interceptions and tackles as Onana. In other words, Garner has established himself as Dyche's ball-winning midfielder. However, what makes Garner such an interesting player is that he's most likely capable of much more than that, and he could end up developing into a far better midfielder in the years to come. While on the books at Man United, the central midfielder went out on loan to Watford and Nottingham Forest, and it was at the latter that Garner showed a real knack for getting up the pitch as an attacking presence. In the 21-22 season, Garner bagged 12 goals and assists in 41 games in the Championship, which worked out as an average of 0.33 goals or assists per 90 minutes. Interestingly enough, these figures line up with Garner's stats while playing for Man United's youth teams, where he was no stranger to being a goal threat in the final third. Perhaps those days are behind Garner and he's developed into a different type of player, but it's probably more likely that he's simply performing in this current defensive role that's being asked of him by Dyche at Everton. And if Everton are capable of getting out of this current predicament in the Premier League and start moving up the league table in the years to come, Garner could end up blossoming into a real box-to-box midfielder capable of defending and attacking in equal measure. Either way, there's little doubt that Everton have a real talent on their hands, and if Garner can continue performing as he has done this season, there's little doubt that it won't be long before bigger clubs begin to notice.